Good evening, my beautiful Rosalines and Rosikins. Mother wanted to make this video to encourage you today. So, recently, my heart has literally been heavy based off of the discrediting, bullying, and just ignorance of a lot of people that don't understand what it means to be a brown cis dark skin exotical, even though I shared it in my very first video ever. Anyway, and it's made me kind of sad initially at first because a lot of times brown slash dark skin exoticals don't do anything to anyone. All we do is mind our business, look pretty, be smart, blend in within the black community, deny that we're anything else other than blackness, and just go about our business. And some of us are just black. I consider myself an exotical black woman or a brown slash dark skin exotical, if you will, or just a Rosican in my own way, right? Or Rosaline in my own way. But again, if you've seen Who is Rosaline video that I made, you'll know what that is dedicated to. So I'll say this. It's an exotical black woman who is mostly of African origin, but also has European admixtures and Native American admixture. I want to say that, and who benefits from texturism and featurism to a certain degree as well. I want to say that no matter what you look like as a brown slash dark skin exotical, no matter how black passing, no matter like your hair texture, no matter how much of your mixture you are of anything other than blackness, even if you're 100% African and end up having some different features from the majority of your people or your country you come from, or phenotypically what you're supposed to quote unquote look like based on your origins, I welcome you. I welcome you here and I affirm that you are an exotical. I affirm that you are beautiful, fearfully and wonderfully made by God Himself or God herself, who knows, and that you are special. You are born with a purpose. Your features do not cage you in, they actually free you. Your beauty is not one that's easily duplicated. Your hair is beautiful cotton if it's 4C, beautiful curls, beautiful zigzag, beautiful coils. You're beautiful. I like to think of more of an afro textured hair texture as like cotton, just beautiful, soft, and fluffy. I've had an afro before. I love my afro, right? I also want to empower you because of your skin. Most people, all they see is the darkness, whether it's more of a medium brown or a darker brown or just darker. You were kissed by the sun. I don't know what else to tell you. I also, you know, I always wonder, like, oh, what shade am I going to be today? Because my skin gets either lighter in the winter or darker in the summer. And a lot of people of color, we deal with that. And that comes with the territory. But, find what colors work with your skin, what makes it pop. And if you're insecure about hyperpigmentation, which a lot of us brown slash dark skin exoticals deal with, male and female, right? But especially women, because, we want that flawless skin more than anyone else. Just make sure you invest in good, skincare. You're going to be okay. And make sure you wear your sunscreen. Yes, we're darker than our lighter sisters, but we still need sunscreen. And finally, when it comes down to your features, whether you have a bigger nose, bigger lips, brown eyes, you're beautiful. I don't care if you look like to somebody, as unambiguous or just like your black family, like, oh, you're just black. That's it. You're just pretty. That's all. There's more to you. There's more to you than just that. And yes, you do stand out. You know, you're different. And it's okay to be different. I also want to add that it's okay to not be different. It's simply okay to be you. I was struggling yesterday and the day before yesterday with my identity in the sense of I see my DNA results, I see my features, I see my hair texture and how it is. I see that I'm not, you know, biracial. I am more so African leaning in regards to my origins. And I'm proud. I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud of who I am. And it took me listening to women like Exoticals United and other beautiful women that I've met, since starting this journey of finding out who I am, where I'm from, etc. Because I told you guys before that I'm adopted, but I always felt drawn, especially spiritually, to African spirituality, Native American spirituality, and also I would say Norse in a sense, kind of sort of, but especially like voodoo and hoodoo, and how my DNA results affirmed who the hell I was and why I'm so connected to my ancestors and to my magic and to who I am, how I'm able to manifest, how I'm able to be blessed and protected. I had a praying great grandmother. So for me, it's just the fact that I come from greatness. I come from priests. I come from this. It's in my blood. And how I was talking to her, asking her, well, I don't know. I've found out my DNA results. I've, contacted my birth family. I talked to them, etc. I I literally have the answers to where I come from, and I'm more confused than ever about what I identify as because I consider myself an exotical now because I realize certain features that I have are not found on your average, unambiguous, woman. And, well, unambiguous black woman. And I was a little afraid and a little sad and a little confused, especially after listening to some videos made for certain channels and how people like responded to me, you know? Some people, and what I found funny is that since I've discovered that I am a brown slash dark skin exotical, black passing as hell, right? But not too much, but enough that you can tell, okay, she's a black woman. Yeah, I am. But it's the fact that I've discovered and actually realized that I am best friends and close friends with fucking a lot of exoticals when I think about it, without even realizing. It's just natural that I would, run into exoticals. For example, one of my very first childhood friends who has the same birthday as me, she's from Trinidad. She's Trinidadian and she's gorgeous as hell. And she's a brown, she's dark skin exotical, more so brown leading. She's like light to brown, but more so like a caramel color, but like a darker caramel. So me and her were like really close friends growing up. And her features, you could tell that she's has more than just, as one would say, African. She looks like an island gal. And her mother's beautiful too. So like for me, that was one of my closest friends. Then fast forward to college, even my best friend, my beautiful exotical Blasian best friend, she is an exotical. She's biracial. She's half and half, half African American and half Chinese. So I find it so interesting. And then fast forward to me now with my new path, my new career this year, last year, I literally met or have met and have great relationships with about two brown slash dark skin exoticals. One though is more of the lighter side. So she's more of a lighter. I'd say she's a lighter exotical as well. And she is black, German. Did she say German? She has European admixtures as well as native as well, but more so than me. Like she's literally, and I think she said she's Puerto Rican and black as well. Like she has different admixtures and mixtures, to be quite honest. I don't know what percentage it is, but you can tell, right? And then my other friend, looks like she is Indian and black. Like she has certain features that are not found on your typical unambiguous black woman. And I find her so beautiful as well. She has the most beautiful, smile. And then, so one of the beautiful, she's so pretty and chocolatey. I will say one of my close, unambiguous, dark skinned black woman friend. She is so fucking gorgeous. I'm not even gonna hold you. She's gorgeous as fuck. And I told her this. I said, you're so beautiful. Oh, she's so pretty. And she's from the South. She got this Southern accent, baby. And she's so young too. She's so sweet. Anyway, so she's one of the people too that kind of like, I don't know, recognize that I have different like features as well. Like it's crazy though, because I don't know, it's crazy. So what I'm trying to say though is that I had cut my hair, as you know, I big chopped, and my hair is so curly and pretty and soft. And we were at work together, and she saw it, and she thought that it was so cute. She was just like, "Oh, you got that good hair." Because I was like, "Wait, when you wet your hair, isn't it soft too?" And she was just like, "No, my hair don't get soft like that." Because she has more of a 4C texture, which is pretty though too and whatnot. She likes to wear her braids, which I think that's cute. I'm more into locks though, as you know. I used to have locks, I cut them off. So I'm like restarting my hair care journey, right? And so I found it so interesting because I didn't say it was good hair. She literally looked at it, felt it, saw the curl pattern, and was like, "Oh, you have good hair." And I said, "What's good hair?" And she said, "The type of hair that mixed people have." So I was just like, "Oh, like that's interesting." And then there was this other brown slash dark skin exotical male that's there as well, he's black passing as well, but you could tell he seems like a darker skin, other ethnicity type of man. Like he looks like he has mixtures of something else when you actually pay attention to it, because his hair texture is kind of similar to mine as well, and because he is mixed with something, I forgot what he's mixed with, but he was like, yeah, like he was felt my hair, he was like, oh, like you got hair like mine, and I was like, oh, you know. And I say this to say, not to say that mixed hair or softer hair or like more of a like 4A hair texture is better than 4C. What I'm saying though is that you can tell there are certain textures that seem more, I feel like, welcoming to the black community in regards to, oh yeah, I think that's a cute pattern, right, curl pattern, whatever, versus more so of a texture that's more coarser. And I find that very interesting because a lot of times people will say to us brown skins, dark skins, alcohols, it's all in your head. You look nothing but black. You only this, you only that. And that's not true. Even other brown slash dark skin exoticals, even other exoticals in the sense of lighter exoticals, can tell that, you know, you have something more than blackness. And I say this to say that I was feeling very down. I was like, God, am I delusional to think that I am who I say I am? You know, that my grandfather was Jamaican, that, you know, I am mostly African, 88% African, if you will, and 12%, yeah, that's 12%. 12% admixtures. And even though they are of a littler percentage to a lot of people that listen to this and probably roll their eyes, they still make me me. And one thing I learned from Exoticals United, she was like, you know, people do that, even to her. And she, you know, she's mixed. And she said people will try to put you in and out of blackness. And I was thinking about it. And I was thinking about my best friend, and she struggles with that too, where people will try to say, oh, you're too Asian, or you're too black, or you're too this, or you're too that, even though she looks every bit of Hispanic, I'll be quite honest, right? She's so exotical. I love it. But the point is that people will try to downplay your beauty. I've had people tell me, like, I did a video on it. Oh, you're nappy hair, you got darker skin, to try to say, oh, you don't look different, you don't look, you know, special or anything. Because for me, when I say I'm a brown to dark skin exotical, it means that I benefit from certain isms. However, no, I'm not a mixed woman, but I do have admixtures that play into why the texture of my hair is more looser or softer as it is. Like, it's so pretty, or the reason that certain times, depending on how much weight, to be quite honest, I feel like, but my features still stay the same, but they just appear slimmer or whatever. And depending on the hairstyle, how I might look different to people who, you know, speak with me, etc. You know. And I've had people tell me that like I'm mixed with something. Did they say that I was, an exotical to the degree of my best friend? No, but there is more than just African blood origins running through my veins, or African American origins, in the sense of it's more than just blackness. And I embrace these parts now. I understand better after speaking with her and thinking about the experiences of my close friends and how I love them so much and how beautiful they are to me and how beautiful I am to them, and how I need to just take a step back. Take a step back in the sense of ignore people who are ignorant, ignore them. Because one thing I know with phenotypes can play into anything different. You just never know what you're going to get. And when I say exotical is a term meaning that you benefit from a featureism, colorism in a sense of skin tone, as one would say. And it's not saying that you say you benefit, but society might say you benefit from it. So featureism, texturism, colorism, or DNA, your genetics. Like, what are you made of? And I know what I'm made of now more than ever, which I appreciate for knowing that knowledge. But I also know my experience in the world. And when I think about my experiences, I think of the fact that I feel like I'm treated like a regular person. I don't believe that I'm a victim. And at some point, I used to believe that. I used to believe that, oh, you're this, you're that, people favor certain admixtures or certain phenotypes over others. And, I felt that way when I was listening to a lot of Black female empowerment content to a certain extent. And then I started feeling that way when people around me were colorists, because colorism does exist to a certain degree, though, because this is why I found out too, as I've gotten older and gotten even more prettier. Mm, pretty is pretty, okay? It really has nothing to do more so with the fact that you have darker skin. It doesn't really matter your hair texture to the degree that you think it does. What matters is more so, I feel like, featureism more than anything else. I don't know. I feel that way because I've seen beautiful women of darker hue, lighter hue, beautiful women of different hair textures, beautiful unambiguous women, gorgeous, beautiful women who are unambiguous. And I've seen gorgeous women who are ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all types of women in my life, and I've befriended some of them, and I've had some experiences with some of them, with different phenotypes. And what I found out is a lot of it had to do with self-love for those who were very insecure, who felt that they were at the bottom. And at one point, that was something I struggled with until I got into my magic and my roots and started figuring out who the fuck I was spiritually, etc. And seeing that, you are a goddess. We are creators. And so it helped me a lot to open up my mindset about my life and who I am as an exotical Black woman. Okay? And what I'm trying to tell you, basically, Rosalines and Rosikins, I'm sorry, mother's taking forever to get to the point. The point is that no matter what you look like, what your features are, if you're a dark/brown skin exotical, you're an exotical, no matter how much of an admixture you have, okay? In the sense of, oh, you only have like 12%, so you're not exotical by that standard. Okay, well, I got other things that also can make me exotical according to determine what it means, because it doesn't mean that you're mixed. I'm not a biracial woman. I am an exotical Black woman. I'm proud. I love where I come from. I love who I am. I struggle with things sometimes, just like any other woman does. And to be quite honest, I feel like the beautiful women struggle the most because someone's always trying to humble you and tell you you're delusional to believe that you are great, that you are beautiful, that you are made, in God's image, and He made a beautiful woman. A lot of people try to humble you when you actually have something going for yourself. I never hear people trying to humble a loser, because a loser ain't got shit. So I say all this to say to my brown/dark skin exoticals specifically, I love you. You are worthy to be loved. You are beautiful, dark, and lovely, honey. You are beautiful, chocolatey, and lovely. You're beautiful, caramel, and lovely. You are beautiful and milk chocolate and lovely. You are beautiful. Your hair, whether it is 4C, 4A, or whatever the hell hair texture you have, rock it the way that you want to rock it. Your nose, if it's bigger, broader, okay? if you have broader features like Ice Spice in that sense, and people try to downgrade you and say that you're not special, you're not different because you have that, F them. If your DNA even has more of a mixture, well, let me see, well, maybe you're biracial and you came out with darker skin, beautiful, you are lovely. It does not matter. You are welcome here. You are welcome here, and you are wanted, and you are seen. And I recognize your beauty, whether or not people see it or not. I recognize your exoticalness, your difference, right? I recognize that. And it does not mean that we think that we are better, but nobody else is better than us either. And we are not delusional here. We have a purpose, we have an identity. Our ancestors protect us always. No matter what people try to say to humble you, you're a pretty girl, you're part of the pretty girls club, period. Once an exotical, always an exotical. And your ancestors protect you and love you, and you come from a great people. Blackness is beautiful, it's strong, it's innovative, it's steadfast, it's all the greatness, it's powerful, it's magical, baby. But so is the other parts of you that do not represent your blackness. That's powerful too. All of you is powerful, and it is what it is. And people could hate, people could try to diminish your beauty, but you're not ugly to me. You're beautiful to me, and you're beautiful to the God that made you. You are. And we don't get humble by saying that we just look black. To you, I might just look black, and that's okay because I recognize there's beauty in blackness too. But what we're not going to do is try to, take away what we identify as, because just like everyone can identify with how they want, because I don't judge people with what they identify as. I don't know their life story. I don't know where they come from. I don't know them. I don't know how others would view them. I know how I would view them, but I don't know how others would view them. So that's between them and God Himself. That has nothing to do with me. And just like we stay out of people's business, you gotta know people try getting your business. You, Rosaline and Rosaline, are welcome. This is a safe space for you. Mother loves you. Mother speaks life into you. You'll be successful. You are blessed. You are protected. You are guarded. You have a purpose. You have a destiny to fulfill. And you are black and exotical. You are beautiful. And no matter what these people try to affirm to you or speak on your life, the devil is a liar. I do not claim that negative bullshit. I do not claim it. And I don't want you to claim it either. So after having these conversations with these beautiful, gorgeous, exotical friends of mine, whether they were dark, light, etc., brown, all of them, I've come to the realization that I am an exotical black woman. I am proud of who I am. I am proud of where I come from. I am proud of the spiritual strength that I have. I'm proud of the mental fortitude I am building up for myself through these experiences. And I'm here. And I'm going to continue to do my channel. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to talk about my experiences. I'm going to continue to represent the brown cis dark skin exoticals. I'm going to continue to mother them. I'm going to continue to be an example. I'm going to continue to better myself and to take you along my journey. I'm going to continue to be the best me that I can be. And I'm asking you, pleading with you as well, to my brown cis dark skin exoticals, please do the same. And if you ever are in doubt, speak to someone. Speak to me even, but speak to someone. You'd be surprised how many other brown cis dark skin exoticals are there out there. You know what I'm saying? And even not just them. Do not forget our lighter skinned sisters. They love us. They love us. You are not in competition with them. We all want the same thing. We want to be better women. We want to be pretty women, right? We want to be successful, financially free. Some of us want to be mothers. I know I don't, but some of us want to be mothers. Some of us want to be freaking, career women. Some of us are gay, bisexual, straight, whatever the hell they identify as. I don't care, right? Although this is mainly for women and, men who are also brown cis dark skin uncles who want a safe space as well. If they want to, listen, that's fine too. But we come from so many different aspects of life. Just like I said on my first channel, I welcome all of you different exoticals, no matter if you're here because you're an exotical too, period. But I specifically am telling my brown cis dark skin exoticals, you have a home here. I'm here, you're here, we're here. and we're going to continue to be great. No matter what the world sees us as, no matter what they say we're not or we are, what matters is what we believe we are. And I believe that we're great, pretty, and fucking talented and have purpose and protected, right? So I just want to remind you of that because sometimes you forget. And I want to say that I love you and I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep, reaching out, making videos, etc. because you are worth it. You're worth it. You're important. You matter. And so I'm making a space to make sure you know that. Okay, that's all I want to say. Have a nice night, my friends. There's DarkSkin Exoticals. And my Rosalines and Rosikins, I love you. Ciao.